Unit 11, The Tree and the Tree Goddess. Now, this is a chapter that revolves around the tree and how trees are being considered as a sacred part of our life and how they are being worshipped. What is the history behind it? So, this chapter revolves around all these aspects. So, Activity 1, identify the tree and write their names. So the first is a peepal tree, second is a bamboo tree, third is the coconut tree, and fourth is the neem tree. Okay. Moving ahead to activity 2, read the following paragraph. Kalpa Vriksha and Chaitanya Vriksha scriptures mentioned that worshipping of a tree has been an ancient Indian practice. So these are the two literatures that we have that they say that worshipping, that means doing puja of a tree, is been an ancient Indian practice. The Hindus, the Buddhists and the Jains considered the Ashoka tree as the most legendary and a sacred tree of India. Myth says that Lord Buddha was born under this tree in Lumbini. Bale tree is considered to be sacred too because of its alliance with Lord Shiva, who is pleased by bale leaf offering. Now, Hindus, Buddhists and Jain people, they considered Ashoka tree as a most important and a sacred tree because it has been believed that Lord Buddha was born under this tree in Lumbini, and Bale tree is considered to be the sacred because of its association with Lord Shiva. शिवलिंग पे हम बेल पत्र चढ़ाते हैं and Lord Shiva get pleased, happy with the offering of the bale leaf. The bamboo tree is also a sacred plant for its association with Lord Krishna Venugopala, since his basuri is actually made of bamboo. So Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna's basuri, which is being made out of bamboo tree, is also considered to be one of the sacred plant. Banyan is known as a sacred plant since its fruit are offered to Lord Vishnu. Tulsi plant is always associated with purity. Reverenced by the Hindus and is the most loved by Lord Vishnu. The coconut tree is known as a Kalpa Vriksha in Sanskrit and enjoys special importance in most Hindu rituals. The fruit is believed to be represent Lord Shiva, and the three black marks on the coconut shell depicts his eyes. So now coconut tree is also known as a Kalpa Vriksha in Sanskrit, and it is the most important tree because the fruit, the coconut that we get out of this tree, is considered to be an important one in all the Hindu rituals. It also represent Lord Shiva, and the coconut shell पे जो 3 marks होते हैं, that is considered to be as the eyes of Lord Shiva. Moving ahead to the other thing, from the above para, complete the information in the column below. I will be sending you the PDF for this. Moving ahead to activity 3. The King and the Tree Goddess. So now this is a story. Let's read this story and understand. This is a story. Koki's grandmother narrated the children on a wet monsoon evening when it was impossible to play outside. Grandmother loved trees and this was one of her favorite tree stories. So there was a small little girl Koki whose grandma narrated the story to the children when they were not able to play outside because of the wet monsoon, and she was in love of the stories, and so this is one of her favorite story, and so she narrated a story to them. There was once a king lived in the Himalayan foothills who longed to build himself a palace more beautifully than any he had seen in that part of the world. He could not make it richer, taller or stronger than any other without going to a great deal of expense and trouble. So he decided to build something different. The entire palace was to be supported by one column only, and that column was to be made from the tallest tree in the kingdom. So this is a story of a king who lives once in the Himalayas, and he wanted to build a palace which was most beautiful amongst that part of the world. But he was not able to make it richer, taller and stronger than any other, and he didn't wanted to get into a great deal of expense. So he decided to build something different and to build something out of box, and he thought of building his entire palace in support of the one column only on one pillar his entire palace would stand, and this he wanted to make from the tallest tree that was available in the kingdom. In the Himalaya there were many tall trees, spruce, pine, oak and deodar, and all the tallest and the strongest were the deodars, whose name deodar means tree of God. There are various trees that are there in Himalayan mountains, that is spruce, pine, oak and deodar. But the tallest and the strongest tree is the deodar, and the name of it deodar means tree of a god. The king sent a message for his prime minister and said, Send my men to forest far and near and tell them to bring without delay the largest deodar that they can find. So he told the prime minister that send the men all over his kingdom and bring the tallest tree that is available, tallest deodar tree that is available in his kingdom without any delay. But the deodar is a sacred tree, protested his daughter. It is used only for building temples. So the daughter was listening to all these things, and his daughter said that deodar is a sacred tree and it is used for building temples. And all the more reason for me to have one, said the king. My palace shall be as magnificent as temple. So he made his daughter understand that he wanted his palace to be as grand, as important, as magnificent, as huge, as beautiful as temple. So he wanted one as a deodar tree, and that's what he wanted. The prime minister sent out 30 men, but they soon returned saying that though there were many other deodars in the kingdom, they could never carry them over. So he said the prime minister who sent the army of 30 people, they soon came back and they said that they can never carry any of the deodar tree to the kingdom. Then the king heard this. He called his son and said, Take your horsemen and with the help of your horses bring one of these trees. The prince rode out with his horsemen but returned after a few days saying, No horse could move such a tree even an inch. We have tried an oxen too, but without any success. So now the king said that army is not able to do it. So he called his son and he said, Son, go and bring the deodar tree with the help of your horse army. So his son went, but he also came back and said that we cannot move the tree even an inch. He also tried the oxen army, but that also went in vain. Well then, try elephants, said the king. Elephants were brought from the plain, but the hills were too steepy for them and the path too narrow. They had to return to the valley. Very well, said the king angrily. In one of my own park you must find a tree just as big as in the forest. Bring it to me within 7 days. So then he said, if the horse army is not able to work, oxen are not able to work, bring elephants and bring one of the tallest deodar tree to me. But then the path for elephants to walk was too narrow and the steps were very hilly for them, so they again returned back to valley. And then the king became very angry and said that if you people can't find it from the forest, at least from that at least you should bring a tree from his own park, and he angrily said that bring that tree within 7 days. Moving ahead, answer the following questions. For this I will be sending you the video PDF, so you can work it out from there. We will move to the second part of this story, activity 4 part 2 of the same story. After much searching, the king's men found a splendid deodar tree growing not far from the city. It was worshipped by the people of many villages around, but because within it lived a goddess, and it was she who gave to the tree its great strength, size and beauty. So now when the army of the king went to find one such tree from his own park, they found the tree near to the city, which was not very far from the city, and many people around the villages were worshipping this, and goddess was worshipping this because they considered that there is a goddess who live in this tree, and because of this this is a house of one of the goddess, the tree got its strength, size and beauty. When the minister and his men decided that the column for the king's palace must be made from this lofty deodar tree, they came with a grassland, lamps and music to pay their respect to the goddess inside, and to warn her that she must leave her abode within 7 days. In that to be cut, it had to be cut to the ground. They lit their lamps and placed them in a circle round the tree. They hung their garlands upon the branches. Then, joining hands, some danced and others sang. With cruel axe we have come to fell you age-long home. Forgive us, great tree goddess, we dance before your throne. To please the king, we must cut down your loveliest tree. The tree goddess heard and understood that was about to happen. She remained quiet as a resting breeze for a few moments, and then all her leaves began to whisper and her topmost branch bowed. The men went away satisfied that she had heard and understood. Now what happened when the Prime Minister came and he saw this tree, then he decided that this is the perfect tree for the